Oh, Marina. Didn't film it because I was terrified and I didn't want to upset the monkey.
But it shouldn't be up, just pedal. Look on this rock. I had to put on a wetsuit.
皆さんごきげんよう。こちらヤタ放送局です。便利で安全な国、そんなイメージで語られることが多い日本ですが、一方で外国人の中には日本の自然って富士山くらい絶景なら他の国の方が上では、そんな印象を持っている人も少なくないようです。確かに世界には壮大な渓谷や巨大な国立公園、圧倒的なスケールを誇る大自然が存在します。しかし日本の奥地へ足を踏み入れた瞬間、ここ本当に日本なのか、そんな声を上げる外国人が続出。中には日本人ですら知らない秘境も。そこで今回のテーマは、日本に騙された外国人が驚愕した日本の秘境。それでは行ってみましょう。
This is one of Japan's most unique food traditions. This is negi soba, where you eat your noodles using a whole spring onion instead of chopsticks, so every bite is full of flavor and slightly more chaotic in the best way. You can try this local speciality in Old Chijuku, tucked away in the mountains of Fukushima. Back in the Edo period, this was a stopover town for travelers crossing through the region. Today, the entire street is lined with over 300-year-old thatch roof houses, all built in the same style. Many of them are now small restaurants or shops where you can try local delicacies or pick up handmade souvenirs. Easily one of the most iconic scenes in Fukushima.
So you want to go hiking in Japan? This 5-day trail is an ancient pilgrimage called the Kumano Kodo, winding through misty forests and mountain villages in the Kii Peninsula. I hiked the Nakahechi route, and my favourite part was collecting stamps along the way. If you finish this and Spain's Camino de Santiago, you even take a traditional boat ride. In total, it's about 32 kilometers, ending at the incredible Natchi waterfall and its iconic 3-story pagoda. This is 100% a hiking bucket list experience.
熊野古道でスタンプ集めながら 32km 歩くって楽しそうだけど、私は絶対ヘトヘトだよな。海外の人が温泉や那智の滝に感動してるのを見ると、なんだかこっちまで嬉しくなっちゃうぞ。
Ich habe euch spannende Abenteuer in Japan versprochen und heute gehen wir in den Bergen Shikokus wandern. Circa 2 Stunden erreichen wir die Liftstation am Mount Tsurugi und dann kann man circa 800 Meter mit diesem Lift hier fahren, wenn man zu faul ist, zu Fuß zu gehen, also so wie wir hier. Und was mir aufgefallen ist, wenn man in Österreich wandern geht und es kommt einem jemand entgegen, dann grüßt man sich ja immer. Das ist tatsächlich in Japan auch so. Konnichiwa. Ja. Circa 40 Minuten und 30 Konnichiwas später erreichen wir dann auch schon den Gipfel. Und ich kann euch sagen, das ist selbst für ungeübte Wanderer überhaupt kein Problem und es zahlt sich auch wirklich. Man hat von dort aus noch die Möglichkeit weiter zu wandern, aber wir haben einen strikten Zeitplan und so konnichiwan wir uns den Weg wieder hinunter zur Liftstation. Unser nächstes Ziel ist die Okuiya-Kasurabashi, eine aus Reben handgeflochtene Hängebrücke. Ursprünglich gab es im Iya-Tal 13 solcher Brücken, mittlerweile gibt es allerdings nur noch 3.
Oh, Marina.
Die Kasurabashi ist die größte der 3 verbliebenen Brücken, 45 Meter lang und 14 Meter über dem Wasser. Ich hole mir dann noch Yakimochi, also eigentlich gegrillte Reisknödel, bevor wir auf dem Rückweg in Marugame stoppen, wo wir uns dann noch richtig gutes Wagyu Yakiniku gönnen.
If there's one thing you cannot miss in Japan, it's this. Hi, I'm Jacqueline and I travel in the pursuit of history, so finding out that you can still walk Japan's ancient highways, it was a no-brainer for me. You can literally follow in the footsteps of samurai, stop at 300-year-old tea houses and stay in guest houses that have welcomed travelers for centuries. This is the Nakasengo Trail, an ancient route that once connected Edo, now Tokyo, to Kyoto. I hiked the section between Samago-juku and Mugoe-juku, 2 beautifully preserved post towns. The trail is all crystal clear rivers, waterfalls, mossy forest and mountain views. Halfway through, I stopped at a tiny tea house that's been running for over 300 years, which honestly felt like stepping back in time. The hike takes about 3 hours, and as someone who doesn't hike much, it was surprisingly doable. But just a heads up, it's technically bear territory, supposedly the small, shy ones, but still ring the bear bells. When I arrived in Magome, I checked into my guest house and walked into the most beautiful tatami room just in time for dinner. This was easily one of the best days of my entire trip.
侍たちが歩いた古道をたどるなんて、歴史の教科書の中に入り込んだみたいだな。300年続く茶屋に民宿まで、タイムスリップ気分を味わいながらも、熊対策の鐘はしっかり鳴らすあたりがリアルでちょっとウケる。さて次は これからの季節にぴったりの秘境の体験を見てみよう。
Traveling the world until I run out of money. Let's go to Japan.
aka Okinawa. To get there, you land in Naha and then take a ferry to the Kurama Island. Everyone takes their shoes off on the ferry and just lays on the ground. I hadn't eaten breakfast, so I got a red bean bun and this honey coffee from a gas station. It's actually pretty fun. As soon as I got to Zamami, I linked up with Keita, who is the cutest little snorkel guide on the island. I hopped on his boat and he took me to the craziest reef. It low-key matched my nail. I had to put on a wetsuit because it's kind of cold right now, but when I hopped in, it was so worth it. The reef was so alive, and we went to a couple little secret islands where I found pink cowrie shells. Got some of the sickest videos ever. I ended the day eating this chicken rice bowl. I love Japan so far. Follow to see the world.
POV, you found one of Japan's best kept secrets. So this is Yoron Island, and this whole time I thought it was actually a part of Okinawa, but it's not. More on that later. Everyone say hey Mel and Tamara. So we stayed at Prisha Resort, and I'm not even exaggerating, this might be one of the most underrated resorts in all of Japan. And this is how you do a birthday weekend. Unlimited drinks at the bar, breakfast included. And I think the best part about such a secluded place is that there was virtually no one on the beach besides us the whole time. And maybe it's so unknown because Yoron itself isn't actually a part of Okinawa. Technically, it belongs to the Kagoshima prefecture, but it feels very Okinawan because it was once a part of the Ryukyuan kingdom. That's actually part of what makes Yoron so unique. It's like this beautiful blend of Okinawan culture, Japanese influences without the heavy crowds that you get in the more popular Okinawan spot. Honestly, gatekeeping this place feels like I'm doing a disservice, so just know if you go, you're gonna fall in love too. Have you been?
ヨロン島の景色、まるで海外リゾートみたいだったな。ギリシャ風の街並みに透き通る海まであって、日本にこんな場所があるのかと驚かされたぞ。しかも沖縄だと思いきや鹿児島県という事実、おいらも地図を二度見しちゃった。さて次は同じ南北でも海ではなく、
Let's hope we see some wild monkeys and maybe some wild monkeys riding deer. We're seeing some monkeys. Oh my gosh. We're being surrounded. We are in monkey territory. We are surrounded by monkeys, wild monkeys. Oh my god.
I'm moving up that.
There's a baby. The monkeys are eating the mushrooms. Alright, we're gonna try to pass the monkeys. We are surrounded by the wild monkeys. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. There's a baby. We're letting them pass and then we're gonna go. There they go. Didn't film it because I was terrified and I didn't want to upset the monkey, but there was a male monkey that just came up behind us when all the other ones had passed, and we just tucked us up in the air and let him pass. So you must be protecting all of them and making sure everyone gets by before he goes. So he was behind us the whole time.
Today we go explore an ancient cedar forest tucked away in Japan's subtropical south on Yakushima. Starting early from Miyanoura port area, I had my raincoat, waterproof shoes, and waterproof bag. I was ready to go because it was going to be a rainy day, but I wasn't prepared for how much I was going to fall in love with this place. To get there, you need to make one transfer near Anbo Court area. Of course it was raining because Yakushima actually gets the most rainfall in all of Japan. That's why these ancient cedars exist. All this water creates the perfect conditions for these trees to grow super slowly but really strong for over 1,000 years. There's some monkeys. Oh yeah, it's nice. Being somewhere so remote and secluded, it felt just so much more magical and special to catch a glimpse of a wild monkey. I was so excited. There's just such an energy there. Look at it, it's so beautiful. Now I have to climb this kind of shit. There were a lot of suspension bridges and I was always scared holding my phone over them. Oh my god, I'm really happy to be back on steps. Because the other courses where you have to be walking on just all the freaking roots and rocks and everything is slippery. I was shaken up because I actually had a really bad fall here. flipping this rock and hit my head on this mossy branch. So it didn't really hurt, but move on so she can. It's so nice to be on the steps. Should I spoke to Simon? It shouldn't be. I just did not pedal. It shouldn't be so bad. Even towards the end, it was so beautiful. There were several of the famous ancient cedars, like Buddhist cedar, that's around 1,800 years old. Okay, but at this point I was stressed about time. I kept being distracted and wanting to stop, but then I kept imagining the bus leaving me there. But I made it in time and we had the same bus journey back. I had to treat myself after that. I had deer meat gyoza with local Yakushima deer and braised pork belly bowl, and that is a 10 out of 10 day. No notes. Let's see tomorrow.
屋久島の森、神秘的すぎる。だけどこの人、滑ってずっこけたの。結構やばかったんじゃ。苔がクッションになったのは不幸中の幸いだったな。海、山とくれば、お次はこれだ。
Yo, come with us to go to Takachiho in Miyazaki, Japan. Let's go. So as you can see, we left super early in the morning and got there around 9. It is 2 hours away since it's in Miyazaki and we stay in Kumamoto. Plus, it is usually super busy, so I recommend leaving even earlier than that. And then since we had 7 hours, we went and headed straight over to this pretty famous shrine that's also in Miyazaki or Takachiho, or at least the Takachiho area. But this shrine is actually super famous because it's it goes into a cave kind of. I really don't know how to explain it, but there was a decent amount of people. I know you don't really see that many people right now, but trust me, there was a decent amount of people. But this is the cave area with the shrine. It was a lot of people, so it did kind of ruin it because obviously stuff like this is just better to see when it's empty. But nonetheless, it was still a good view. But this is why I recommend definitely coming early in the morning, just so you can kind of feel the more naturalness of it rather than the actual tourist attraction. And then, like I said, we still had more time, so we went to this mountain area. One side you can see Mount Aso, the other side you can see Takachiho. So I guess that's kind of cool, but we were just finding stuff to do so we could pass by the time. We ended up going to every major spot. But now the moment we all been waiting for, the time to ride the boats. And honestly, this was super worth it. This is my first time ever rowing a boat, so as you can see, I started off pretty bad, but everybody else sucked too. Everybody was bumping into each other. But overall, it was a great experience. I had fun, very pretty. I recommend it. If you want to go, definitely do go. So yeah, catch you on the next one. Peace.
高千穂峡のボート、長い時間待ったからこその大逆転だったな。不慣れなボート漕ぎの苦労も、あの絶景を見たらチャラだよね。それにしても、ボートがみんなでボンボンぶつかり合うのはウケる。さて、お次は、そんな日本の大自然に囲まれた、美しすぎる特等席の登場だ。
This is quite easily the most beautiful tennis court in the world, located in Yamanashi, Japan, with this incredible view of Mount Fuji sitting there in the background. And playing on this court, there's honestly no peace like it. It's so calm and quiet. And from the Airbnb, you get these amazing views of Mount Fuji throughout the day. And this is what it's like at 5 a.m. in the morning. There's no peace like it. And I was actually eager to do the warm-up, which is unusual for me. But, who wouldn't be eager looking out onto that amazing view?
This garden in Tokyo has been around for 400 years and I've never seen anyone talk about it. Hi, my name is Diva and this is hands down one of the most peaceful and beautiful places I've ever seen. It's the Japanese garden at the Hotel New Atani, and honestly, I had no idea this place even existed until I randomly walked through it. I thought I was just cutting through the hotel and then suddenly I'm in a Studio Ghibli movie. There were koi ponds, little red bridges, and these stunning trees that made me completely forget I was in the middle of Tokyo. And the best part, you don't even have to be a hotel guest to walk around. It's totally free. I kept thinking security was going to kick me out at any moment, but nope, this place is open to the public. I went in the morning and it was unreal. So quiet, so calm. I felt like a storybook character just wandering through the most beautiful place on earth.
ただの通り抜けのつもりが、まさかのジブリの世界へ迷い込んじゃうなんて最高だよな。いつ警備員に追い出されるかハラハラしてたってところは妙に共感したぞ。オイラはよく追っ払われるからな。お次も都会に佇む、ある意味秘境。今までとは一味違うんだな。
Y'all want to see something that an influencer in Japan will never show you. So this is Mitsubishi's old corporate headquarters here in Kokura, at least for the Kokura area. So they used to have a bunch of storage yards out here. And this was the corporate office. And so it's from 1913. No English tour guides, no nothing. And it's all in original state. Original floors. Original paint. You can see this was the main balcony. So high money makers would be here, just doing business.
いかがでしたか？昔の面影をそのまま残す村から大自然、そして近代の遺産まで、外国人たちが驚いたのは景色の壮大さや美しさだけではありません。人の手で守られてきた歴史や自然、そして静けさの中に残る物語、その積み重ねこそが日本の本当の魅力なのかもしれません。皆さんは日本の秘境についてどのように感じましたか？面白いと思った方はぜひチャンネル登録、高評価で応援していただけると嬉しいです。最後までご視聴ありがとうございました。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。